So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do slip stitch surface crochet to improve the look of your eyes. Now you can use this technique not only on your amigurumi toys, but also on hats. So this is normally what your eye would look like if you follow my pattern in the big baby animal patterns. Some of them are a little bit different, but generally speaking, this is what they're going to look like. So in order to get rid of all of these juts that are around the eye and make it look nice and clean like this, we're going to use slip stitch surface crochet, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm not going to do the black just because it's really hard to see on the video, so I'm going to start with the green, but you would do this technique around the pupil and around the color and around the white. Now each pattern is different, but it's mostly the same. So what you're going to do is start with your color, and you're going to insert your hook right at the bottom of one of the white V's, and you're going to take your color, which is the same color as your iris, loop your yarn around and pull it up through, and then you can just tug it so that you don't have a really big tail. Just pull it up, but leave a little bit of a tail there. And actually, before you even start doing your slip stitch surface crochet, you want to make sure that you trim off all of the tails that you would have crocheted around as you were adding your colors, because you don't want anything to get in the way. Okay, so you pull up the yarn onto your hook, and then you take your hook and you insert it into the next hole at the bottom of the white. Grab your yarn and pull it up through. So now you have two loops, and then you're just going to slip stitch that second loop through the first and pull your tail so it's snug. Then you're going to insert your next hole, pull your yarn up through, and slip stitch it through. And continue to do that all the way around, but make sure that you don't slip stitch it too tight, because that will make your eye pucker. Now this technique will make your eye pucker, but you can just kind of tug it and flatten it out, but I find with a little bit of a pucker it wraps nicely around the round head. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and come back once I finish my round and show you how to finish this off so it's nice and neat. Okay, now we're back, and we've worked all the way around. To finish this off, you're going to do a slip stitch in the same hole as your first one, okay? So pull it up through, slide it through, then you're going to pull up your end, snip it off at the back, and then pull it up through to the front, and then you're going to put it on your needle, and you're going to sew the end back through. And where you're going to do that is right in the V of the first slip stitch that you created. Because if you were to just leave it like this and weave it back through, you might have that knot sticking up there. So what you want to do is take your needle, stick it through the middle of the V of your first slip stitch, pull it a little bit snug, and then you can just tie off your two little ends here and snip them off. And now, like I said in the beginning of the video, you're going to do that around the pupil and the other round of the eye to get rid of those jagged edges. Okay, and then the next thing that you can do, just to give your eye a nice bit of a finished look, is to stitch on an eye highlight here. And all you would do is just put white yarn on your hook and stitch it through a little bit of the black and a little bit of the color, just to make it look however you want. You could also take felt and cut little circles and stick them on with E6000. That would give them an even more nice round look. But if you do this, you're going to end up with an eye that really pops and looks nice and neat and finished.